On this episode of Painting California, I'll show you this lemon tree, what fell off of it, and how I'm going to turn it into a painting. Stay tuned. So for my painting today, I have a big lemon tree in my backyard, and I produced over 200 lemons in the last 2 weeks. So I thought, got a perfect place to paint a nice still life. And so I have some things laid out on my picnic table, a couple random plates and bowls, and just kind of threw the lemons on there, and we're going to try to capture that moment right here on the canvas. First thing I want to do is lay out my colors, my blocking of shapes. I'm hoping my bright blue table doesn't take away from all of the color of the lemons, but let's see. Let's start, I think, with this bowl. Started to paint that basket first, but I think it's too small. I kind of want to start with that focal point being this brown bowl down here. So I'm going to add a little bit of my brown shading to it, just so I can get an idea of how it's going to sit. The shadow's going to come out here, right? On this side, the sun's here, so the shadow will be on this side. So I'm going to go from here. See, the back of the table will be there. Got my bowl, larger green bowl there. Do our nice plate. White plate. Little saucer. Here. This is a dark green lime. Big basket. The table continues there. Lines of the picnic table. Right, and then we want, see back there, we'll have some shading along the wall. I definitely want to have some of these leaves hanging down, so we can see the lemon tree hanging in the background. Okay, that's a good layout for now. I'm gonna move in with some of the longer brushes. Let's pop in some color. I think I'm gonna start this empty spot. Right back here. Usually don't start with my dark colors. This this darkness with the blue and purple, but it's going to help me define the shapes. So I'm going to do the same color, lots of turpentine. Should get that background squared away. Not too much turp, so I'm going to add some water, or excuse me, some white. Go back to my color. This table laid in. Now it looks bright now, bright blue, but I'm going to lighten that up as we go. And this corner is where we're going to put that other lemon that still has its branch attached. Paint over that little mistake with my low basket. Just laying down some shadows here. The reason why I started laying those in is because I want to get some of that color on the bottom coming through the basket. Okay. This is the first time I've ever painted a lemon in my life. So we'll see how it goes. But I just want to start laying out the shapes. Make sure we go in and get the colors right. And I think our big, nice line with the branch will be in this corner, in this spot. There we go. I feel like we might need to add one back here in the background too. It's just a small one. Balance it out a little bit. Maybe we'll put some on the tree up there. Okay, that's enough of my big brush, I think. Maybe I'll get my basket in there. I think we're gonna go with a darker basket. Let's do a purple basket. I think that's blowing all these gnats in my face. I think the basket on the table matches the table too much, so I just want to separate that. This guy's gonna be green, but I should make it dark for now. This is an empty bowl, which, why would there be an empty bowl there? I don't know. We're gonna pick some more later. Okay, let's get some of that darker part back here filled in. Okay. Maybe we'll do the same. Adds a little bit of shadow so we know where some of these guys are sitting. All right, we're getting there. Get maybe that one there. Okay, maybe I'll mess with some of the green right now. Since I have my big brush here, I want to get some of those branches coming down. I mean, they're hanging real low. Nice shapes to them, too. I think maybe we need more of the green down here. Maybe it's hanging down real low, even over the picnic table. Maybe there's one sneaking down right here too. All right, and now I think for real I'm gonna get rid of this big brush. Become a little smaller. I'm gonna remove this paper towel. Actually, just flip it over. Okay. Probably have to have a lemon on the branch, at least one. Probably hasn't bloomed yet, so we got to make it, or ripened yet, so we have to make it green. That looks nice, but we'll do another one down here. It's about to turn, but not yet. So we'll add a little yellow to it. Maybe that'll be one that falls the following week. How about one right here too? And this one just fell. A little bit of green to it. All right, let's come back with this one since we have the green on our brush. Do the green lemon. Let's make it a little brighter green. There we go. All right. And some of these have some green colors to them, like this. Make it pop a little more. Might come. Oh, lemon fell as we talk. All right. This one's got a little green right there and around the edge, right? Finding a lot more green colors in the middle of these limes as they fall down. A little bit of blue too. Let's add some more blue. Just falling down here. I thought one was going to fall on my head. Okay. Let's bring some of that blue down here on this guy. That's not the color I was going for. Too much green on my brush. Let's switch brushes real quick. I think I need a little more. My turpentine's getting a little too much green in it. Or green heavy, so we're going to add some more. You can see that. I'm going to add some more so it doesn't come overpowering. What I wanted to do when I put that there, I wanted to make it a little more blue, like the table. We still don't really define that saucer, have we? The background, how about there? Okay. All right, let's get that saucer in there. It's like a teacup saucer. Clean up all the marks I made. Maybe this one, I think it does. This one has a little gold, little piece of gold around the rim. So maybe we'll try to add that nicely. A little bit of that orange color for the shadow right here. A little more blue right here. A little more. That's nice. Okay. I think we need to define the color of that bowl, which is similar to the leaf. So we're going to change that color. Add a little white to it. Just so it separates itself. It's going to be more of that color bowl. Avocado, maybe? We'll make sure it goes around the rim here. Mirror, more avocado. That's a nice color. Let's go and add the leaves, the branch here to this one. That's gonna have a little bit of the brown. It's a branch, right? A couple nubs on it right there. That leaf looks kind of older, right? The truth is, I picked these yesterday, so it kind of died on the table. I don't like that. Don't like that one bit. That trying to translate what you see onto the paper doesn't always work. Those leaves are too prominent. So we're going to add the background. Which is more white and blue, right? So let's paint over that. Don't like that. Don't like that. The great thing about painting is you can paint right over. I do a lot of wet painting, so I don't have to wait until it dries like acrylic. Just go right on top. Act like that didn't even happen. Don't get on my lemon. All right. Keep my lemon where it is. I'm going to change everything else. All right. Let's get some more of that white in there because I like that, how the corner of this is a little lighter. So let's blend this together. A little bit lighter right here. Now it's all blending together. I gotta use more white. Okay. But we don't want to take away from the lemons in this corner, so we're gonna have to dumb it down eventually. But the sun's right there, right? So we'll get more light coming from here, like we said. So the brighter on this side is okay. All right, brighter on this side. brighter here. I think, were we done with our avocado bowl? I don't think we were. Let's add some more avocado on the inside. Just enough to know it's empty. And then, let's come in a little bit of that purple to make it a little darker. It's black. This part's in the shade, right? You can see the branches right above it. So let's make that a little conspicuous so it doesn't take away. We can see it in the background, but we don't want it to take up all the attention from the lemons that we're creating in our brand new painting. Right, I think it's even darker on the inside. Maybe we'll add a little burnt sienna too. Okay. Let's make that background a little darker. Make that pop out. This might be in the shade a little bit too, right? Okay, let's fill in all these white parts on the bowl. Don't like that. I don't use black very often, but I am here. See how bold that is? That's too bold. Mixing it with the brown. A little bit of that black. That's really the shadow right there. This should be the darkest part of the bowl. It's hiding behind that lemon. And it's underneath the tree. Where's the bowl end? Where's the shadow begin? We got to create that line. Did we do it? I don't know, a little bit. Let's make it a little darker. There we go. Okay, hard shadow on this saucer right here. Oh, it comes around here. Oops. On the inside. Hard corner there. Very dark back here. Darker still here. Avocado bowl. I like those colors. Okay. Some shadow back here. Let's paint a little bit. Let's paint a little bit back here. A little bit back here. Some shadows here, right? From the branches falling. The leaves hanging. Probably gonna be blue though. Usually don't use my fingers, it just felt right there. Okay. I like how the orange is looking over there. I think we need to lower the brown a little bit. Maybe it's about here. See how it gets lost up here? That brown and that blue. But I like that blue. I had to bring that blue back. I think I made a mistake taking that away. Get some more white. I was on my brush from earlier over here and it landed here and looked nice. I left it and I tried to take it out and it didn't work. I think we need some pink. I don't know why, but I think pink might look good. Not purple. Which now looks like a black basket, doesn't it? These are the shapes of the basket. Not in reality, but in the picture. Okay. This color is good to add on some of these, right? These lemons aren't perfect. They're not from the grocery store. They had a lot of color to them. All right, now we can go back. Now they got some of the other stuff gone. Let's go back to this guy right here. This time I'm not going to make the same mistake. I'm going to start with the leaves, which I usually do. I don't want them to overpower the lemon. I think I made them too big, so we're going to make this a little smaller there. All right, so that does do a little darker, right? This side, maybe it's that color I don't like. Let's add that branch. I think that's going to tie it all together. Get rid of all this green. Come back to my burnt sienna. A little bit of yellow. There we go. All right, a lot of movement. I like that. All right, for the finishing touches, I want to clean up my paper towel. So when I last minute smudges, screw up the whole painting. Okay, so now I think we need to add a little bit more to, I think I need to add one lime into avocado bowl, right? One lemon. It just looks so lonely. I think we should put one there, it'll tie it all together. Let's try it. Maybe there's just one sitting right here, popping his head up. But it didn't pop up high enough, did it? Okay. One there, and then maybe we see the tops of a couple back here. Okay. Avocado bowl is going to have this little darkness to the side of the lemon. Okay, now let's stop looking at everything around us, stop looking at the still life, and let's just make it work. One thing I look at and I think is missing is some definition on these petals. Are the petals? No, they're leaves. These leaves. So let's add, a little more. A little more definition. Then also, I don't like the way this brown line is in the background. I think I need to blend that in and just get rid of it entirely. Let's see. Come in with a big brush, but the brush is too green, so we gotta clean it off. Okay. I think just a little white and brown will soften that up. That's too white. So that blue. All right, now we're painting. Not just looking and trying to copy stuff. Painting, having fun. All right. Still gotta have the edge, right, of the table. Okay. I think I want to define some of these. Sign it, call it a day. Maybe a little more color up here though. Just enough to draw your eye back up here. Okay. we need to add the tops of some of these lemons where the stem was sitting. Right there. 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 All right, I like it. I'm going to sign it. That's all she wrote. What's up, Johnny? 5 minutes, I'll be done. All right, I think the signature is going to go. Let's see. I don't want to throw off the balance. I'm just going to put it right down here. Lost my avocado bowl. Right there. Thanks for watching. This is my new lemon painting. Thanks for watching Painting California.